Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news, so, guys, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you is nothing short of a game changer for the NFC West and for the Seahawks themselves. We've just received some surprising, yet strategic, news that could shake up the entire division. The Seattle Seahawks are trading Leonard Williams to a division rival, the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard that right. The Seahawks, known for their tough, gritty defense, are about to send one of their most talented players, Leonard Williams, right into the heart of their division rivals. This isn't just a simple trade. It's a move loaded with implications, consequences, and strategic calculations that could redefine how the Seahawks approach the 2025 season and beyond. Now, before we dig into all the details, let's set the stage a little. Leonard Williams, for those of you who might not be fully aware, is a player who has been underrated for far too long. He's one of the most consistent and impactful defensive linemen in the NFL. Since he entered the league, Williams has been known for his ability to disrupt defenses, to pressure quarterbacks, and to stuff the run. Last season, he led Seattle with an impressive 11 sacks, a figure that really highlights his importance to that defensive front. That kind of production doesn't come easy, and it certainly isn't something the Seahawks want to let go of lightly. Not when you consider how much he brings in terms of veteran leadership, experience, and his ability to perform in clutch moments. In the 2024 season, Williams was a true standout. He was named NFC Defensive Player of the Month after a stretch in December and January that saw him rack up multiple tackles for loss, quarterback pressures, and that signature game where he returned an interception 92 yards for a touchdown, an incredible play that showcased his athleticism and football IQ. That game was one of the highlights of his season, and it demonstrated how he can be a difference-maker on the field. Despite his age, now 31, Williams remains a Pro Bowl-caliber talent, a player who continues to produce at a high level and commands respect from teammates and opponents alike. But here's the thing, the NFL is a business, and teams are always balancing their current needs against future cap considerations. The Seahawks are at a crossroads with Williams. They've got him under contract through 2026, with guaranteed money that makes him a significant cap hit. And with the team in a transitional phase under new head coach Mike Macdonald, Seattle is probably weighing its options. This is especially true given that the team is still projected to be over the cap even after restructuring some deals. Trading Williams could be a way to free up much-needed cap space, giving the Seahawks more flexibility to build around their young core, address other needs, and possibly make a splash in free agency or the draft. Now, let's talk about the destination, because this is where things get really interesting. The 49ers, as many of you know, have long prided themselves on having a dominant defensive front. Even after losing veterans like Javon Hargrave, Dre Greenlaw, and Leonard Floyd, their defense remains a core part of their identity. They still boast stars like Nick Bosa, one of the best pass rushers in the league, and now, with the addition of rookie Michael Williams, their pass rush potential is as promising as ever. But the depth on their line is a bit thin beyond those top players. Hargrave's departure left a gap, one that a veteran like Leonard Williams could fill immediately. San Francisco's defensive philosophy under coach Kyle Shanahan has always been about pressure, trench dominance, and versatility. They want pass rushers who can come in and make an impact right away, and Williams fits that mold perfectly. His size, strength, and consistent pressure would bolster their front, giving them a veteran presence who can slot into their rotation and contribute immediately. Plus, his leadership qualities can't be understated. His experience and calm demeanor are exactly what a team like the 49ers needs to push their defense to the next level. From the Seahawks' perspective, trading Williams makes sense for a few reasons. First, at 31, he's approaching the latter stages of his prime. While he's still playing at an elite level, the team might be considering the long-term picture. His contract, which guarantees him through 2026, could become a burden if they decide to rebuild more fully around younger players. By trading him now, they not only free up cap space but also gain a valuable draft pick or some other asset that can help them rebuild for the future. Furthermore, Seattle's front office, under new leadership, may be looking to implement a younger, more agile defense. They already have promising players like Devin Witherspoon and Rick Woolen, who are expected to be cornerstones for years to come. Moving on from Williams could accelerate their rebuild, making room for emerging talents and draft picks that fit their philosophy of speed and versatility. This is a strategic move, one that might seem tough in the short term but could pay huge dividends down the line. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Losing a player of Williams' caliber would hurt, right? Well, yes, but it's all about context. The Seahawks are not tearing down their team, but rather reshaping it. They're looking for sustainability and flexibility, and trading Williams could be a key part of that plan. Plus, let's not forget that they still have plenty of talent on the roster. Players like Devin Witherspoon and Rick Woolen are emerging stars, and with a solid draft class and strategic signings, Seattle aims to compete at a high level once again. And what does this mean for the NFC West? Well, this move could give the 49ers a significant boost on defense, making them even more formidable. With Williams in the fold, San Francisco's pass rush and run defense become even more intimidating. It also sends a message to the league. They're serious about reclaiming their dominance, and adding a veteran like Williams is part of that strategy. For Seattle, it's a signal that they're willing to make tough decisions to set themselves up for the future, even if that means parting ways with a proven star. So fans, this isn't just about a player or a single trade, it's about the bigger picture. It's about understanding how teams are constantly evolving, how strategic moves like these can shift the balance of power in the division, and how the Seahawks are positioning themselves for what's next. We're witnessing a fascinating chapter in their story, one that could see them rise again, rebuild smartly, and come back stronger. The NFC West is never dull, and with these kinds of moves, it keeps us all on the edge of our seats. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now, as we look ahead, it's clear that the Seahawks are making a calculated move to better position themselves for the future. They're shedding some cap weight, gaining flexibility, and trusting their young core to step up. Meanwhile, the 49ers bolster their already formidable defense with a veteran presence that can make an immediate impact. It's a fascinating scenario that highlights how dynamic and strategic NFL team building really is. The implications go beyond just these two teams, too. Every move like this ripples through the league, affecting draft strategies, free agency plans, and even how other teams evaluate their rosters. For fans of the Seahawks, it might sting a little to see Williams go, but it's also a sign of a team that's thinking long-term, making tough decisions to set the stage for sustained success. And for the 49ers, it's about seizing opportunities and reinforcing what they've always been known for, a relentless, dominant defense. In conclusion, folks, keep an eye on this story because it's far from over. Trades like these aren't just about player movement, they're about strategy, vision, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The Seahawks are reshaping their future, and the 49ers are reinforcing theirs. It's a perfect example of how the NFL is always evolving, always surprising us, and always keeping us hooked on every move. Stay tuned, because I'll be right here breaking down every detail, every development, and every new chapter in the story of the Seattle Seahawks and their NFC West rivals. Remember, your support means everything, so drop your comments below. What do you think about this trade? Are you excited, worried, or hopeful? I want to hear your thoughts, and I'll be back soon with even more insights and updates. Until then, keep cheering for the Seahawks, stay passionate, and let's see what the future holds.